Bunnahabhain. This is home to the gentle taste of Islay, the Bunnahabhain Islay single malt Scotch whisky. Bunnahabhain, meaning mouth of the river, was established in 1881 as the Islay Distillery Company. The distillery nestles in the bay sheltered by the hills behind. It's hard to think of a better place to make our single malt. In this restful, quiet place, the only sounds are often the cry of gulls, the wash of waves, and the warm whir of the distillery machinery. This is also the home of distillery manager Andrew Brown.
If you manage to make your way to Islay, you will find one of the nicest Hebridean islands. And here at Bunnahabhain, we're the most northerly distillery on the island. We're live right on the coast. In a good northerly gale, you'll have the waves breaking against the walls, and you'll have the spray actually coming up over the top of the warehouses. So over the years, you get this slight salty taste coming into the Bunnahabhains. The older it gets, the more predominant the salty taste becomes. It's not overpowering, it's just a hint that's there.
All good whisky starts off the same, but Bunnahabhain's gentle taste is unique among the Islay malts. We use malted barley with a very low phenolic content, which gives it a gentle taste, setting it apart from the rest of the more heavily peated Islay malts. Bunnahabhain is the only Islay malt which makes its whisky from a natural water source, the crystal clear waters of the Margadale Spring, a source that has run clear for over 100 years. Our sea-facing warehouses provide the perfect environment for maturing Scotch whisky. All of our spirit rests in casks that have either previously been filled with sherry from Spain or bourbon from the United States. The liquid that the cask has historically held will influence the flavour of our virgin spirit. The choice of cask is so important that our master blender personally selects the best casks available for maturing our fine single malts. We have a long tradition of making a living from seafaring in this area. That's why the helmsman returning home is featured on every bottle of Bunnahabhain.
This is a Bunnahabhain 12-year-old. On the nose, there's a light, fresh, aromatic smell. On the taste, there's a hint of fruit and nuts. A sweet maltiness to it. It's got a long, nice, mellow aftertaste. There are sherry casks that are used to make the natural colour in the whisky. Bunnahabhain 12-year-old is an unchill filtered whisky. And that means that the whisky itself is much more like what you'd see if you went to one of the casks now and drew whisky. It's got its full characteristic in the glass. It's a more natural finish. It's the way it was done years ago, and this is going back to that old style traditional whisky you would have got. It's more truer to what we take out the casks. This is the 18-year-old Bunnahabhain. It's a slightly different character to the 12. It's more of a full-bodied whisky. Honeyed nuts, and there's a woodiness about it. Slight salty tang. On the taste, I've got sherried nuts. The spices come through more. I've got oak wood shavings, and it's got a nice, long, sweet aftertaste. It's an unchill filtered whisky. It just seems to go well with the Bunnahabhain style of whiskies. 25-year-old again, it's an unchill filtered whisky. It's got a leathery nose, slight sweetness to it. almost sugary. It's got more oakiness. It should have after 25 years in the cask. On the taste, there's berries. It's a creamy berry, and it's got a much more drier finish. It's, again, it's got that sherry notes coming through. That's perfect.